Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. In this video we're going to take a look at XRP and if it's still a good investment and if you really should worry about that lawsuit. If you like the sound of that, please keep watching and don't forget to like and subscribe at the end of the video. Also, I put some timestamps in the comment section of this video so you can jump to the section that you like the most. As most of you probably know who's watching this video, XRP is being sued, and that of course made the price of XRP drop significantly at the end of the year, just when we were getting a nice pump up. Now you can find the official document on the website of the SEC. So the lawsuit is of course directed at the company that created XRP, which is Ripple. So it's not that XRP is being sued, because that's impossible. So it's Ripple that's being sued for creating a security and not following the rules that come along with selling a security. If you want to have a recap of the whole thing, I will put the link to the Verge article, which is pretty short, but it will give you a good idea of what's going on. You'll find a link in the description of the video or in the top right corner. You can jump right to it. So the question is XRP a security or a currency? To determine whether or not something is a security, there is something called the Howey test. So I found this really interesting article on Forbes. It's a bit older, but this guy really went into depth in debunking all the myths around XRP. So yeah, if you're an XRP fan, be sure to read this one. And if you're a bit skeptic about XRP, also be sure to read this one. So let's jump to the Howey test. So usually to determine if something is a security or not, we use the Howey test. So what is the Howey test? So first of all, we ask if it is an investment of money, if there is an expectation of profits from the investment, if the investment of money is in a common enterprise, and any profits from the efforts of a promoter or a third party. So if you look at XRP, then yes, you invest money in the XRP ecosystem. But when you look at the XRP token, then of course most of us went in for speculative reasons. So yes, there is expectation of profit. But if you look at the XRP token for what it's actually made, so for its utility, then you have to say, well, there is no real profit made because the transaction fees are being burned. This makes it a deflationary asset. So you're not being rewarded like you would be in a proof of stake or a proof of work network. And so yeah, like I said, you're not getting any staking rewards or any mining rewards. So if you look at it that way, then that would be a no. Then when we take a look at the third one, common enterprise, well, you're not buying into Ripple, the company. So XRP can exist without Ripple. XRP is an open sourced blockchain, which you can build upon. You don't need Ripple. Of course, in the public eye, Ripple is the one who created it, Ripple is the one who's promoting it. So there's of course a close link to it, and that's why the price reacts to it when Ripple is doing something. But purely in the basis, XRP can live without Ripple. Then the fourth one, profit is made if the XRP ecosystem grows and it's not directly linked solely to the efforts of Ripple. If Ripple would say, we stop promoting it, then people in the community can still say, hey, then we'll pick up the slack and we'll start promoting the XRP platform, for example, to banks. So if you purely look at the Howey test, you could say there is a good chance that they win the lawsuit. But of course, as you can see, the filing is 72 pages, so there's probably a little bit more to it than just a simple Howey test. So why are there so many people that really hate XRP and Ripple, the company? Well, basically, I think this is the core of the problem. When XRP was created, they created 100 billion units all at once. This is what we now would call a pre-mine. But you have to keep in mind, this is so many years ago. We were not in the same situation as we are now. So yeah. Back then even, it was launched by a company called OpenCoin. It wasn't called Ripple back then. And then, so all the 100 billion tokens were donated to the OpenCoin company. So they had 80 billion, so 80% of all the XRP tokens. Then the founders had, Jed had 9 billion, Chris had 7 billion, and the other founders had 4 billion. So the people who launched it, they had all the tokens. This, of course, causes a big concern, because if you have a network where somebody has 80% of the tokens, well, then it's not really decentralized now, is it? So in order to counter this a little bit, they decided to move 55 billion XRP to escrow in 2017. This meant that they would be releasing 1 billion tokens step by step every month, so they wouldn't be flooding the market. Of course, then people rightfully said, well, you're just selling those XRP tokens to fund the efforts within Ripple, and then Ripple is selling the technology to banks, and banks are not using the XRP token, so we invested into nothing because we invested into XRP. You're getting the money out of it and then putting it into Ripple, and that was the whole discussion we had in the Howey test. We don't own a part of the Ripple company because in that sense, Ripple is not related with XRP. They're just the biggest shareholder, if I can say it that way, of the XRP network. So of course, this created some trust issues in the community. So this brings me to a key problem of the XRP project. From the start, the focus customer was the banks. So they want to get into the banks, and right now, even in all these years, the banks are not using XRP. They are using Ripple technology, but they're not using the XRP token. So we're still hoping that they will use the XRP token, and the value of the whole token is completely based on whether or not the banks will use the XRP token. Because if your key customer is not willing to use the token that it was meant for, then yeah, you have a real big problem. So the only thing you can then do is either find a new customer or yeah, the project would be worthless. If you then bring in the lawsuit, then you'll understand how important it is. So even if they win this lawsuit, they might still have an issue because Ripple is the biggest contributor to the XRP project. They're also the ones promoting the whole XRP technology. So they're the ones who are supposed to bring the network further. They're also the poster boys of the whole network. So if people don't trust Ripple, even though XRP can exist without Ripple, Ripple is closely linked to the reputation of XRP. So if banks don't trust Ripple, and trust is very important for banks, I know this is really funny if you realize what they have done so far, but let's just assume that trust is very important for people who go to the bank. Then this will be an issue, even if they win the lawsuit. So that's why this is really risky. Of course, I hope that they win this lawsuit, because otherwise they could have a very big effect on the crypto community and bring a lot of uncertainty that we can definitely miss. But I also hope you understand that the what Ripple does is very important for the perception of XRP and the XRP project. Now let's get into the positive news. As I said before, XRP is open source, so everybody can build on it. Even if Ripple goes bankrupt, people can continue working on it. The community is very dedicated. A lot of people have been holding the bag for a long time, and they're like in a situation they don't care anymore. It's either going to zero or it's going to the moon. So this gives a pretty solid base for the coin itself. And then the question, of course, is if Ripple can't promote it anymore with banks, then you either have to find a new target audience, a new client, or somebody else has to pick up the slack and start promoting Ripple as a product in the banking world. So additionally, if they win the lawsuit, of course, they can just pick up where they left, and hopefully the lawsuit will not give them too much of a bad name and will not make them a burned contact in the finance world. But yeah, time will tell. Let's just say that they lose the lawsuit, then there might even be some interesting light at the end of the tunnel, because if they're not allowed to sell those 50 billion tokens that they still have, this means that suddenly you don't have 100 billion tokens available, you only have 50 billion tokens available, and less supply means higher demand. And as real XRP fans know, that each time a token is used, people are not getting paid in XRP tokens, but tokens are getting burned. So automatically, if the network is being used more, you will have a deflationary effect, and the value of the network as a whole and the token itself should be going up. So imagine if you suddenly cut the supply in half, and imagine that XRP is then being used a lot, then the price, of course, will pump significantly. But these are a lot of ifs. This also means that if you really believe in the project, there is still some hope, even if they lose the the lawsuit, there might be a positive twist at the end. That's it for this video. I hope you liked this little analysis. I'm really open to discussion. I just try to keep it as open as possible, both positives and negatives. So if you enjoyed it, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. As you can see, I'm still a small channel and I can use all the help I can get. So thanks again for watching and see you guys in the next one.